Hey everyone, welcome to my library. My name is Melissa and today we are doing the Barkin Bout Books tag. I decided to do this tag because I love my dogs and it would not be Libraries and Labradors without having done this tag, am I right? I recently got tagged in this by Victoria from a Musical Bookworm, and so yeah, I just decided I would kind of impromptu film this and hopefully get some cute doggy clips and also have you guys meet my dogs. I know they're featured a lot in my channel, but I haven't really talked about them, like their personality traits or anything or how we got them. So I thought I'd share that really fast first. So this is Butter. She is the most featured dog on my channel. I have two, if you didn't know. But yeah, so this is Butter. She is 3 and she is the most cuddly dog ever. She loves me. She's very much a mama's girl, and Lily, who's off somewhere, is definitely a daddy's girl. So anyways, Butter loves food. She is so food oriented. She's our bigger dog of the two. She's shorter and she has more of the English lab in her, which means that she's a little more stocky and has a blockier head. If you can't tell from the collar, yeah, we try to focus on what they love the most, and hers is food. So, oh, and here's Lily. So this is Lily right here. She's the one that has the tennis balls on her collar. She's our older dog, so she's 5. And yeah, and she is actually way more active. She loves going on walks. She loves going and playing fetch. And she is just always needing some sort of, you know, energy release, I would say. So yeah, those are my dogs. They're so cute. We got them both from the same breeder. So Lily is actually Butter's great aunt, if we're getting technical. When we got Butter, we got her as a puppy to help with Lily because Lily has major separation anxiety. And so we got Butter to help with that, and it definitely has. They keep each other entertained all day. Oh, they're always playing. They're always, you guys can hear them in the background of a lot of my videos. I'm so sorry if you get annoyed by that, but if you're watching this video, I guess you don't. But yeah, they're always playing. And yeah, they're just the cutest, sweetest dogs ever. I just love them so much. Yeah. Oh, I got lipstick on her here. Okay, now I will cut to a normal angle where I can show you guys the books for this tag, but I thought I would just start with these cute dog shots. Here's Lily. I need to feature her more. This is Lily. Yes, she's very cute and chill today, so that's nice. We took them on a long WALK. I say WALK. You guys will know if you have dogs. If you actually say the name, they think that you're going, and it's a thing. So yeah, there's Lily. Okay, back to a normal angle. Okay, we're back to a normal angle now, and Butter's in the shot, which is totally fine for this tag. Okay, so the first prompt is, I've got a bone to pick with you. Name a book that was good until it wasn't. So for that prompt, I chose this book here, House of Gold by Natasha Solomons. I bought this book full price at Barnes & Noble, you guys. Like, let's just say, like, this book is beautiful. I was so intrigued initially by the cover, and then the back of the book also just sounded so intriguing. It says, House of Gold is a sweeping, heartbreaking story of love, war, and duty. A Jewish Downton Abbey. Fans of Downton Abbey and Kate Morton's The Forgotten Garden will adore this book. And I was like, okay, sold. Super intrigued. It's about this girl named Greta, and it's in 1911. And she is part of this big gold bomb family. And their gold bomb women are expected to marry and have kids, and the kids are expected to do the same. It's kind of just this huge thing. And so she ends up kind of being forced to marry a distant cousin named Albert. And sorry, I have read this book, I promise, but I was just trying to remember. I read it like 3 years ago. So it was so good and so intriguing, and I was like loving the family dynamics and like the time period and everything. And then it just like nothing happened. Like I was like, what was the point of this book? There was no plot. Yeah, I mean, and also Albert was just this super wishy-washy, like didn't actually ever say I love you to her. Like, I was just so annoyed with him. Like, he was too soft, if that makes sense. He doesn't wait to profess his love until like the very end. And I was like, all right, this is, yeah, it was good until it wasn't, like the prompt said. But still, I own this book and I still think it's beautiful, but disappointing. The next one is Welcome Home, book or series that gives you warm feelings of home. And the minute I heard Victoria say that in her video, I knew which one I was gonna do for this, and I could pick none other than this book right here, The Hobbit. Oh my gosh, if you guys have read this, you know what I'm talking about, or if you've seen the movie. Bilbo, all he wants to do is go home. Like the whole time he's on this adventure, he's having these conflicting, like kind of like devil and angel on his shoulders, where his devil is like, I hate this, I want to go home. And his angel is like, no, like you did this for a reason. You're out here, just do it. But he just invokes this huge love of home into the people he meets as well. He ends up going on this huge adventure with these dwarves, this huge dwarf group. And at the very end, the things that that Thorin says to Bilbo about home literally made me bawl my eyes out. I can't remember the exact words, but he says just something about how I've always loved how much you love home. And like, it's just, oh, I just loved it. So yeah, I had to pick this book for that prompt. I love this book too. I gave it 5 stars. The next one is Ruffin It, book with a journey or travel element. I recently read this book and watched the movie, News of the World by Paulette Giles. This is a travel, it's all about a journey. It's the journey of Captain Kidd, who is this retired Civil War veteran in Texas, who ends up taking in this orphan girl she's raised as a Native American, and so she doesn't know really English or anything. And anyways, she finally gets like captured back, and they're like, hey, we need to send her back to her real family. And so he's in charge of doing that. And so it's them going all across Texas. And it was such a good story. I loved this book. 4.5 stars for me. I love the movie too. It features Tom Hanks. I've talked about it a lot, and it did the book so well. Like, I'm so happy when I watch a book to screen adaptation that is actually done well. So yeah, it was a short book, but it was so powerful and it really packed a punch. So I loved this book and the movie. The next one is Marking Your Territory, a book or series you will always stand by. And I picked this book here, Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I know a lot of people love this book, and it's not like super controversial, but a lot of people don't love Mr. Rochester in this book. They don't think he's really that great of a hero, etc. And I loved him. Like, I loved their love story. I just thought it was so romantic, and the way it ends at the very end is just so sweet. Oh my gosh, yeah, I absolutely loved this book. I need to do a reread. I've only read it once, but I actually haven't read it in this Penguin Cloth Pound edition. So I need to do a reread with this book. I know I'm gonna love it again. It should happen. It should happen. The next one is Digging Holes, a book with hidden secrets or had a big plot twist uncovered. And I thought of this book because the ending is crazy. Well of Ascension. This is the second book in the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. Yeah, guys, here, look, I'm talking about a fantasy book. I did end up reading this like 2 years ago. I have not picked up Hero of Ages yet. I just get so intimidated by fantasy books. I don't know why. They just get so, they're just harder to get into for me, and to keep all the characters straight, and like the fantasy element of this book is really intense. So I know I need to pick it up. It'll happen this year. It's one of my goals to finish this trilogy, actually. So it'll happen, but yeah, I picked this book because of the plot twist at the end. So yeah, it was really good. Honestly, I gave all of these 5 stars. So like, I know I'm gonna love it. I just need to commit. The next one is, let's see, Stand By Me, a book that portrayed a loyal friendship. So I thought of this book, actually, Middlemarch by George Eliot. I thought of this book because of the friendship that develops into a romance between Dorothea and Will. So Dorothea marries early in this book. She marries this older, very scholarly man, and so she married him just for that. Like, she thought, oh, we're gonna have such engaging conversations and it's gonna be awesome. And she doesn't realize how much of a marriage is just based on connecting with somebody and like loving that person for more than just their scholarly pursuits or, you know, their education or whatever. And so she realizes that as she develops this friendship with Will, who is that way with her. And so yeah, I thought of this book. I really enjoyed this book. I read it with my mom, actually. It was so fun. It was just a buddy read between me and her last year, 2 years ago actually. And yeah, I just loved it. So picked this book. So the next one is Tug of War, which these two over here play all the time. Much to my chagrin sometimes when I'm trying to film. I'm like, can you please stop, please? The prompt for this is a book that you had very mixed feelings about. That for me was this book here, Waiting for Tom Hanks by Carrie Winfrey. You guys, I ordered this on pre-order because I was so excited about a book that like talks about Tom Hanks and like talks about you know, old school rom-coms that I grew up with and that I love. You guys know how much I love Tom Hanks. And so even just the pure title of this book, I was like, yes, gotta buy it. And the plot sounds so good too. But in the end, it was just way too much of like pop culture throw up of movies that wasn't really like, you know, part of the plot. And then also the romance, I was just not buying it. I was like, no, like this is, yeah, this was just not a good rom-com in my opinion. So I think I ended up giving it 2 stars. I was just super disappointed about it. I mean, I was so excited about it originally, and yeah, ended up just not loving it. Okay, the last prompt in this cute little Barkin Bout Books tag is a book you're super excited about. Oh, the prompt is treats. A book, can you guys hear Butter snoring right now? Yeah, it's loud. I'm sorry. It says treats. A book you're super excited about and will reward yourself by reading it. And that for me right now at this current moment is Heart of the West by Penelope Williamson. So I chose this book. I found this book at a Goodwill, and I read the back, and oh my goodness, it sounds so good. So it's about this girl named Clementine, who's a New Englander, who ends up meeting this man named Gus, who has a Montana ranch, and so she ends up going to his ranch. And then it says, but nothing has prepared her for the harsh realities of frontier life or for the unpredictable hankering of the heart, least of all for the fact that almost from the first moment she sets eyes on Zach, Gus's dashing ne'er-do-well brother, she knows he's the one she was destined to love. Yeah, I am so stoked about this book. I need to pick it up sooner rather than later. Yeah, it will definitely be a treat for me to read this. That is the Barkin Bout Books tag. I'll show all of the books that I chose for this tag. Lots of big ones. Yeah, I love my big books. You guys know that. Big books, big dogs, love it all. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was really fun to film. I love dog related stuff, books and dogs together, perfect combination. So anyways, with all that being said, please like and comment. I reply to every single comment, and please subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye!